What is good, Ninja? OG over here from PlayerEssence, and welcome to the PE Nintendo Switch and Gaming News video. Today, we have some great topics for you guys, so let's go ahead and get right into it. The Legend of Heroes Trails of the Cold Steel 3 has the highest digital sales rate in the entire series. So Famitsu puts the physical sales at over 104,000 as well. So the Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 3 has the highest digital sales rate in the series by far, Falcom has announced. Quote, the Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 3 has achieved first place in the weekly sales ranking, Falcom said in a tweet, linking to a Famitsu report on the physical sales. Interesting they didn't use Media Crate. This time, the rate of digital sales was far higher than previous entries in the series, but we were able to achieve over 100,000 units in the first week physical version sales alone. It should be noted that while Media Crate numbers, which we published earlier this week, have first week sales for Legend of Hero Trails of Cold Steel 3 at 87,261 units, Famitsu numbers have it at 104,401 units for the same period. The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 3 launched on the PlayStation 4 in Japan on September 28th. So let's talk about this because I actually dedicated a good chunk of my video talking about how this game's sales have been significantly down from the last game in the series and even the previous games because they decided not to have a portable option, not to put the game out on the Switch or not to put the game out on the PS Vita, and those fans necessarily didn't follow them over to the PlayStation 4. And some people were okay with what I said, but then some people were definitely a little upset, especially if you head over to certain communities when it comes to these things. A lot of people were upset, were confused, were like, what's going on with the sales of the game? This has been one of the best franchises out there that people don't really know too much about unless you're really into Japanese RPGs, and I think it's a really good franchise. I would love for it to come over to Nintendo Switch so you can play it on your TV, so you can play it on the go, so you don't have to have a PS Vita and a PS4, or in this case, just PS4 to play the game. And I still feel the same way about Falcom, and as far as what I feel they need to bring over to Nintendo Switch, I think it's time. Their president talked about how if they can have the opportunity, they would do so, but you can clearly see, even if you add it in the digital sales, even if you go with Famitsu, it's still weaker than what they did before on previous systems. There's no way around that. It's still weaker than that, and it's still pretty clear to me, based on the sales, that they have a big number of portable fans that want to play the game portably, and probably are holding off because there wasn't a Nintendo Switch version announced, and when they do announce that version, I think it can sell almost as much, or possibly even more than the PlayStation 4 release, based on what we've seen in the past when it comes to this series. This series has always been selling more on the portable version than the console version, dating back to the PlayStation 3 versus the PS Vita. PS Vita version would always sell more despite having a lower install base for most of the time. So I still feel that the Nintendo Switch is a good place for Falcom games. I still feel that the president needs to really hurry up on that and make games on the system. We've seen a bunch of indie developers put their games out on there. Falcom, I think it's time, and it's a perfect opportunity for you guys to take advantage of this bustling market when it comes to Nintendo Switch. Jump on that hype. Jump aboard, get your game on the Nintendo Switch, big RPG, and you can get sales like you got on the PS Vita. I think it would actually be quite easy for them to achieve those sales, considering that you get everything you would have got out of a PS3 and PS Vita version into one. But this time, it's almost going up to like the PS4 and the PS Vita, a nice median in between them, but you're getting everything since you can play it on the go, and you can also play it on your TV. So what do you guys think about the Legend of Heroes Trials of Cold Steel 3 achieving these sales? Very impressive, but do you feel this game should come to Nintendo Switch? Let me know in the comment section below. Alright, and moving on to the next article here. FDG Entertainment has announced on Twitter that the Oceanhorn free demo for the Nintendo Switch is 100% approved. And then they were asking fans, do you think we should release it next week? Question mark with the tongue sticking out face on there. And I'm pretty sure that this is probably going to release next week or this week. So I'm pretty sure this is going to release next week on the Nintendo Switch. I'm actually excited to check it out because I think I played a little bit of the Xbox One version, but I don't really remember. I might have played the smartphone version too, but I want to play the Nintendo Switch version. Obviously, does this game work well in portable mode? How does it play when you're on the console? How does it feel with HD Rumble, if that's even in there? I'm not 100% sure. How does it feel on the Pro Controller compared to Joy-Cons? There's a lot of configurations and options with with the Nintendo Switch to me that just makes playing games more comfortable. Heck, right now as I'm recording this video, I'm watching the Nintendo World Championships, and I was also playing Steam World Dig 2 portably while I was doing that. So it was pretty cool to do that, and that's kind of how I like to play my games at this point, especially on weekends when I have a little bit more time. So looking forward to this demo here, seeing what they have to offer with Oceanhorn, and seeing if it's a game that I can recommend to you guys or potentially buy myself. I would love to just check it out because this game really is a mix of Legend of Zelda, Secret of Mana, and a lot of these other games that came before it, but has a nice coat of paint on there as far as what they're trying to do. And from everything that I've seen so far, looks like a pretty cool game. So let me know what you guys think of Oceanhorn, and will you be downloading this free demo when it probably comes out next week? Let me know in the comment section below. Alright, and moving into the last article here. Mario+Rabbids creative director on the sequel interest, upcoming DLC, patch this month, and more. So yesterday, Mario+Rabbids Kingdom Battle creative director Mr. Solani participated in a Reddit AMA, which stands for Ask Me Anything, and fans were able to ask the developer all sorts of questions. Solani touched on interest in making a sequel, teased the upcoming DLC, confirmed that a new patch is coming this month, and so much more. So Nintendo Everything kind of collected all of the best quotes and best things from the AMA, and we'll go over some of those below. Then of course I'll give my opinion on the matter. So on sequel interest, he says that he would love to, and he would be honored to do so. On upcoming DLC, let's say we are working hard to surprise the players. We cannot announce anything yet, but the DLCs are coming out pretty soon and will contain a lot of love and surprises. Also, the first DLC to come out will contain a lot of challenges that will keep you busy for a while. On what he knew about the Switch when he was first developing the game, when we started developing Mario+Rabbids Kingdom Battle, we had no information about the Switch at all. We were just focusing on creating a great game. Then, when we realized what the Switch was, we smiled because it was perfectly fitting for our vision and intention. On the cut mechanic, yes, at some point I was about to develop special mechanics around a rabbit womp, but then we decided to remove it, maybe one day. On how the team recreated the Mario characters, we kept reiterating day and night until we thought that we were able to find the right balance. We discarded so many tests that I can't even remember all of them. Artists hated me. On any future Ubisoft/Nintendo crossovers, who knows, I would love to. On how they went about building the game. When we started, we built paper design prototype to help us playing the game. We were imagining only with some dice, pen, and paper. Indeed, it was a challenge, especially when we tried to make a tactical turn-based game, looking like an action game with some Mario Kart alchemy. On issues like input lag and freezing, we identified all those issues and solved them. We are preparing a patch that will be released mid-October. Thanks for your patience. On having Mario and one rabbit as mandatory characters, we wanted to focus the attention on the possible synergy between the use of rabbit characters and Nintendo characters. Also, was normal for us to use Mario as a leader of the group since we are in the Mushroom Kingdom. Rabbids are too chaotic and not have a leader guiding them. On Rabbid Peach, we always wanted to create such a character. Her true personality really came out when we were creating the Pyramid Plant cinematic. I asked the animators to add a scene where she was not caring at all about the enemy beating her, and she cared only about taking a selfie. On pitching the game to Nintendo, I'll be honest, I was scared at presenting the idea to Miyamoto-san, but it went very well. I think he was able to read out our souls and see the passion behind the team. We really worked hard for this game. So this was really cool to see Mr. Solani talk about all this, and we've discussed this multiple times on PlayerEssence about how the passion and the creative direction of Mr. Solani and his team, and how he was crying there on stage, and I'm just happy for them. But this is some great stuff as far as the patch coming up mid-October, so players experiencing any problems, which I haven't, but I'm pretty sure that they're in there. Any of those problems will be ironed out with that patch mid-October. We've got the upcoming DLC for those who bought the season pass, so that's also really good because a lot of people are digging really deep into this game. I've seen some of you guys' friends list or on the friend list. Some of you guys have 70, 80, 90 hours into Mario+Rabbids Kingdom Battle, so I'm pretty sure this DLC will be really great for you guys. Plus, as far as just designing a game with dice and paper and trying to do stuff like that, man, that must have been crazy. On top of that, trying to reach Nintendo's standards, that must have been nerve-wracking as well. So it's awesome to see Mr. Solani talk about all these things. It's great to know that you have developers over at Ubisoft that are big fans of the quality that Nintendo likes to do and can present a game to them that fits that. I still need to get through Mario+Rabbids Kingdom Battle, just so much stuff going on, but I definitely will, guys. So what do you guys think about Mario+Rabbids Kingdom Battle? How are you guys liking the game, and do you want a sequel? Let me know in the comments comment section below. Alright, Ninja, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We've got Facebook, we've got Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. Really helps us spread the content of PlayerEssence across the interwebs in addition to YouTube. Also, make sure you check out our Patreon page. Pledge any tier. Be entered into win some awesome prizes. Plus, we have Discord voice chat for our live streams. In addition to prized eShop tournaments, also make sure you check out our brand new YouTube gaming live page as well. We have live streams pretty much every single night, and consider sponsoring PlayerEssence. When you do so, it works very similar to Twitch, to where you can earn emotes and you can earn all sorts of stuff, plus they get you on my friends list in order to participate in tournaments and other games. So check out the link in the description below and consider sponsoring PlayerEssence. Also, make sure you hit that like button if you did like this video. Lets me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future, and subscribe to PlayerEssence for the latest RPG, Japanese, and Nintendo gaming news. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you, Ninja, for the next video. Peace.